Hello and welcome back to the World of AI podcast. My name is Mona Tenjo and here with me is André Stamm. Hi André, how are you doing?
Hi Mona, I'm fine. How are you? How was your week?
Um, pretty good, pretty good. Cold in Germany, but pretty good.
Oh yeah,
We
it's
finally
good.
got winter, so I don't want to complain. I grew up in a winter sports area, so I enjoy it, but most people here complain. It's so cold.
I really like the sun, so yes, on the
So
sunny
you're also
side
like
of the life.
a winter traveler, like, okay, let's follow the sun.
That's alright, yes. So what we are doing today?
We are going today to talk about opportunities in AI. I mean, we already told you like AI is a huge opportunity for many businesses. However, many businesses don't really understand that this is an opportunity. So today we want to use the session to actually share examples, share like what are other businesses already doing, right? And where maybe you are missing an opportunity right now. Also looking a little bit at the speed of developments and what this means for your business. Okay. So let's just share some examples. I mean, most people probably don't know what AI is around much longer than you already think, and many businesses really take a lot of advantage of that. And the only reason why maybe they cannot really use it fully, maybe a lagging, legislation. It's a little bit slow, but still. So I want to share one example. I worked for IT companies for many parts of my life, and one of the companies shared their laboratory with us. So they shared like, what do we do already today that nobody really knows? I'm not going to share the name because that's confidential, but still it applies to AI. So they showed us how they were able, and I think this example that they were showing us was in an Arabic country where the legislation on data protection is a bit different than in Germany. And they basically showed us how they can, this was back in 2014, like this is 10 years back. They were already able to do that. Wow. Just listen up. They were able to get the data of all of their users. So that was about mobile phones. They were able to get the data of all of their users. They were able to proactively scan the internet on negative comments. And the people were like, for example, if somebody complains like, oh, the service sucks, I don't really like that, like I want to change my provider. They were able to capture that feedback in real time, trace it back to the person that posted it. Forget about the privacy topics right now, okay? Just listen to the use case.
We will come back to the privacy for sure.
Yeah. So they were able to trace the person back, could identify, because it's a phone, right? They could identify where that person was in that moment, locate the next store close to that person and say, and send them a message, like an SMS or, any other message and saying, hey, dear customer, we heard that you're not so happy with our service. We have a gift for you. If you go 100 feet to your left, there's a store which is already having your gift ready for you. Just come to us, right? And we are going to help you get a better experience. And like that was 2014. I was in there and I was like, what? You can do that? They said, yeah, not in Germany, for certain reasons. But yes, technology wise, they were able to do that already in 2014. And I was like, okay, interesting. Another example, and then I'm going to give to you, Andre, to also share a few, right? Another thing that they also showed us in that example was face recognition. So they had an example of, and these are all business cases, right? It's not that they don't develop that for fun. They developed that because there was a reason for that businesses ask for such type of features, right? So another reason was that they were basically, you could stand in front of like a mirror, basically, which was resembling a store where you buy stuff, right? And they say, depending on your face, so they recognized your face and like your ethnicity, your age, and all of that stuff, your gender, and then they matched it to the time of the day. They were able to predict with a pretty high, unless you're shopping for somebody else, right? With a pretty high probability what you want to buy at that time of the day. So if you're a young, stressed out mother in the middle of the night, you probably need diapers. While if you're a businessman, quite relaxed, you probably want to shop a bottle of wine. So this is, of course, cliche, but they were pretty precise on at which time of the day which people usually go shopping in that area of the city, and they could predict what are they going to buy, which was quite like, oh my god. And again, this was 2014 that they had that technology already, and that was all based on AI already, right? I know, Andre, you also have some cool examples. Like, would you like to
Yeah,
share some?
So if we look come back to today, so even if I use today I can use it for the writing to have the spelling correct. So little parts. And um, last week I just talked to some of my business partners. They said I'm too small, I cannot do that, and that's an objective. We go into that with one of the next episode, I guess, because I showed him how he can do that and how he can have an assistant right there. And that is today the assistant. It's a really great example for that. And in the past it comes all about automation to get a lot of data processed so that it's made automatically, and I do not need to work with my time on it, because the time is very valuable for us all. And so even in the past, I already made a lot of. Be honest, I'm lazy. So if I need to do a lot of parts every single day, it's not fun. So I spend a day and night to write a program or to get something to get it automatically done, and to save the time of my employees, of myself, to get everything done. And that is the AI, which can be perfect done, because now it's not to be upfront everything defined how it goes. The AI can have a look and decide in another way. I have not to decide it upfront. So that are also some of the examples we can use AI. Or even with the last episode, we are with Tesla. So Tesla, it's a complete AI computer, nothing else. It's all AI. There's the image recognition, also face recognition, and what the car needs to know every single bit. Is it an animal? Is people? Is there a street? Is there a sign? And that's all these identification and the decision making, how to set the sensors and the motors. That is a huge machine. All the KA stuff. Yes,
Totally. And I think this is where most car producing companies underestimated Tesla. Because at the beginning, they were laughing at Tesla, like, you're not even a car producer, you are producing software. So what do you want to do in our market? Yeah, but they saw the future already. They saw where it's coming. And yes, a Tesla is a computer on wheels. Try to
it
fix
is.
a Tesla. Like you have to have equipment to actually read out the mistake, right? Because you have no idea. Like, I mean, the cool thing is it's very predictive. So it has a lot of opportunities, because a friend of mine is driving a Tesla, right? And she's like, it's awesome because the thing is telling you what the issue is, and that, like, whether you should go and see a garage, right, or not, because it tells you before it breaks that it will break. So you can do something against it, which is different to normal cars, right? If you don't have good ears, or you don't really know, like, that sounds really weird, should I be worried or not? Like, old cars didn't tell you that, right? Nowadays, the computer tells you up front, like, you should see a thing, otherwise don't drive the car anymore because it's dangerous, right? So they underestimated the development. And again, going back to opportunities, we have to break up thought patterns, because the world is changing so quick right now in so many different aspects. Don't be stuck in an old day thinking that, like, everything has to be the way we know it, because they are going. I mean, we just talked about, before we started recording, 70% of jobs that will exist in 2030 don't even exist today. What?
That's it's unbelievable. I so
It is.
we'll
I mean,
see.
like, just take the example of a prompt engineer. Like 10 years ago, nobody knew what the hell that even is and what you would need it for and why they would be the highest paid employees in the company. And they were like, prompt engineers? What's that, right? Nowadays, this is like one of the best earning jobs, right? So if you know how to write prompts, put your application in right now, because it's a good time.
And for sure, we have to figure out to say what is a prompt, and we go into that as well.
Yes.
However, the you need to see the opportunities. Even just before Christmas, one of my customer would like to have an voice telling for the phone and says, "Hey, hello, we are on holiday and we will back sometimes." And he didn't find any employee who makes it, or even a paid service who can make the nice text. So I used AI. And that was really cool. I can change the voice, the art of the voice, or even I can choose Santa Claus as voice. That was really fun. So, and with the fun with using that is also one part. Everybody can use AI today with the tools. The tools are there are so many tools rising up right now. In the last year, it's exploding, and most of them are for the testing free. So we would like to uh, encourage you that you use the AI, play with it, play with the family, or playing. We have the voice, we have sound, we have video, we have text. All of these parts are part of the opportunities you can use AI.
Totally. And I also look beyond in other industries. I mean, some industries are using it a little bit longer already. So, for example, logistics, GPS is also AI based, right? I mean, this is one of my personal favorite inventions because I used to live in Munich and I was always walking the wrong way. Always. I was like, okay, where is it? Where is it? You know, like since I had my first iPhone, I was like, oh my God, it's the best invention in the world. Like, okay, Siri, where am I? Okay, where do I have to go? Like, front left. And I was like, there are two front left. Which ones? I was like, okay, it's this one. Okay, awesome. So since I have this navigation system, I'm never anywhere wrong again, unless you have network, obviously, right? As long as you have network. But that is for me like one of the biggest things, and you can use it for logistics, right? I mean, every navigation route that is predicting how long it takes uses AI to calculate that, right? And like predicting like where will be traffic jams because they have all these data of like if you're traveling on the we have in Munich the so-called Munich Ring, which is like a motorway going around the thing. Like when I used this was really funny when I moved inside Germany, right? I used to live in Munich, and the traffic information was the Munich Ring is as always stuck. Like it's every day the same. In the morning and the evening, it's always the same. You know that. So there are many different streets, but they always just say the ring is like blocked. Then I moved like to the other side of the country to Heidelberg, and I had the radio in the morning. I haven't known how much traffic jams exist in Germany. And then we're like, today we only list the traffic jams that are like longer than 10 kilometers. The others, they don't even list them anymore because there are too many, right? So like all of these predictions, like how long does it take to get through, all of that is AI. And because they know that certain streets typically are blocked at certain times. And I think this is worldwide applicable, right? If you're living in LA or New York, you know which streets are blocked, but that thing can tell you exactly how long it takes, mostly.
And that's a great story because behind this story, there's another truth. So you need to have your destination to know where you would like to go. And today you have to think about using the AI stuff to reach your goal. The way to the goal, that is another discussion we can have in the next weeks as well. So have in mind what is your goal and where will we go. And I guess we should go in the next episode as into some of the objectives. So I heard a lot
Absolutely.
why I cannot use AI, and that's it's not correct.
Absolutely. And we are going to share more use cases, obviously, as we go forward, because there are tons of use cases where you already see. Maybe we can even share like a resource or something like this to like give you like the top 100 use cases of AI. And you would be surprised for some of the things that you will find in there. You're like, what? That's AI? Yes, it is. So maybe we are going to prepare something for you. No promises yet, just throwing out an idea. And if you text us and say, yes, we want to have that list, then maybe I'm going to create it for you. So let's do it this way. So if you want to have a list like this, text us, send us a message, or leave us comments. And of course, share this, like it, right? Again, this is our currency as podcasters, right? That you are spreading the word about that. If you like what you hear, if you get value from that. And of course, again, feel free to send us your questions. We're very happy to hear them and to answer them, obviously. And with that, guys, wish you a wonderful rest of your day, and tune in next time when we talk about, but I cannot use AI because we are going to debunk these things. Okay. So if you are like hesitant right now and like, I don't know if that's for me, you definitely want to tune in the next episode so that we can get that out of the way, right? With
Okay.
that,
See you next week and have a good time.
Bye
Bye.
bye.